So, you've been watching your favorite streamers over on Twitch, maybe even on YouTube or Mixer, and you're thinking, hey, I like video games. I kind of want to make money, get some viewers, get an affiliate, get some subs, get some donations, get some bits, get that bit action. I want to start streaming, but I don't know how. Well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to help teach you guys how to get started on Twitch. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're here, be sure to drop a like. Be sure to try and subscribe as well. My name is Murpho, and I am a digital content creator of 10 years, an Emmy Award nominee. I have a YouTube Silver Play button under my belt, and I am also a Twitch affiliate. So I am here to help you guys get started on your digital journey here with Twitch. Now, the very first thing I want you to know is the most important thing to getting started on Twitch and creating an online brand is your name. Your name is your identity. You want to make sure that you get everything right, and you don't want to go ahead and pick a name that's going to be very common. You don't want to pick Ninja. There's already a Ninja. Maybe if you want to be Pizza Ninja, but you're still going to be potentially maybe associated with Mr. Blevins. So you do not want to try and pick anything that's really easily confused with somebody else. You definitely do not want excessive symbols or numbers in your name. You don't want to be Pirate Life XX23 45 exclamation point just so that way you can have the Pirate Life name or be called Pirate. Just come up with a different name. Think of something that harkens back to your identity, who you are, something that you're interested in. For me, for example, my name, it's a high school nickname that was thrown out to me in passing in Spanish class by one of my best friends. I needed a gaming name, it stuck, and it's unique. So look for something that identifies you and who you are, that is unique and that is not going to have to require throwing on excess numbers and symbols. That way it's also easily searchable on that platform and any other platform you go to. And with that said, try to make sure that it is a name that you can also get on your other handles. If you are going to make a YouTube channel, if you are going to make a Twitter account, if you're going to make an Instagram, if you're going to make a TikTok, you want to make sure that those names are available. You also want to make sure on the game places that you're playing, if you're playing on Origin, on Steam, anywhere like that, you want to make sure that you can lock up that name on those platforms so you have synergy across the board. People can recognize that name wherever you're going. Or so when you're streaming, you say you want to be Pirate Life, but on your Steam account and it says Tom Brady fan forever on there. You want to make sure that it is the same, interlinking, connecting. I might have disconnected my audio putting my hand in front, but the symbolism, the visual is what matters. And also one thing, just one thing, once you do make your Twitch account, please, 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 for the love of all things, do not put TTV or Twitch in your name. Don't do it. Don't put it in any of your names on anywhere. People get it. You know what I see when I see people put TTV on there? It's the fact that they just want cheap advertising, and I don't care. I mean, it looks desperate to me. Do not do it. Don't even think. Don't do it. Don't. All right. Next up is figuring out what kind of method you're going to stream on. Now, if you're a low budget streamer just starting out, you can't afford a computer at the moment, it's okay to get started on a console with the integrated console settings just to get a feel for what it's like to live stream. If you have a PS4, you can use the PlayStation Eye, you can use a built-in microphone, and you're set. You can get going, you can experiment. Feel free to do that. If you do have a PC though, and you do want to know what you can do, there are two platforms I recommend that you use, and those are Streamelements and Streamlabs OBS. Streamelements has quite a few positives going for you. If you have a low-end PC, or say you're streaming on a PC and you want a PC game while also streaming at the same time, Streamelements will save a ton of workload on your PC. It is designed to create everything you need online and then make it one browser source. Make your entire overlay once you figure out what you want to do and put it together so you have one link, you have one source in OBS. That makes things so much easier for your CPU when it's trying to encode and send out your stream signal. Also, Something that Streamelements has is OBS Live, which is an extra extension to the OBS Studio software, which I would recommend if you're going to be using Streamelements. It integrates your Twitch chat, it integrates notifications, it integrates media if you're going to play music. It's also modular and customizable, so you can move those elements around on the screen where you want them to go. And most importantly, if you want to splurge, which I do not recommend if you're just starting out, which this video is for, to get an Elgato Stream Deck, it's compatible with it. And probably one of the biggest advantages that Streamelements has over software and forms of making streams is once you do get monetized and you're able to take donations, they have an extra method of protection to keep you from getting charges and fees for people who pull donations back. It's known as SE Pay, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, there are certain people out there on Twitch who will go to a streamer and donate quite a bit of money, and then they have a period of what I believe is about 6 months to go to PayPal and say, hey, I didn't mean to donate this. This was a mistake. I want my money back. And when PayPal does that, they charge you, the streamer, a fee for having to send that charge back. And so some people, some trolls, will do that to cost streamers lots of money. So they have extra chargeback protection. There's less of a chargeback if you use Streamelements and SE Pay. So those are the benefits of Streamelements. The next method of streaming is Streamlabs OBS, and this is my preferred choice of how to live stream. It's formerly known as Streamlabs, and it's just been what I've been using forever. I like its simplicity. It also integrates the Twitch chat and the activity feed. I feel like the interface is a lot simpler, a lot easier to handle and deal with over Streamelements. It does have different kinds of overlays that you can choose from. Streamelements has that as well, so that's why I would recommend both of these platforms. Streamlabs also, though, has an app store for different types of apps that you can use that you can integrate into your stream, which I did not see when I was doing my comprehensive look through of Streamelements they had. If I am wrong on that, please correct me in the comments. I like to be accurate. I also feel that Streamlabs has a much cleaner, more streamlined user interface when it comes to dealing with the software and dealing with the dashboard as opposed to the Streamelements dashboard. And the one thing that I really value, and if this is something that matters to you, if you really like the idea of the Elgato Stream Deck and being able to have something that you can modularly pick on to turn audio on or off from different lines or switch between different scenes, this is why I like Streamlabs over Streamelements, and that is the Streamlabs remote app for mobile. You can just set up your smartphone or your tablet. Actually, hold on. Here it is. As you can see right here on your tablet, you can take a look. You can start, you can go live, you can end a recording, start a recording, you can save replays, you can turn audio on and off. You can go ahead and switch scenes if you wanted to. It's all right there. It's just, it makes life so much easier, and it's something that I don't see Streamelements having, and I like being able to do that with Streamlabs, so that's why I go with Streamlabs. Another benefit to Streamlabs that equals out the ability for Streamelements to be able to do the browser source while this doesn't ease the load on a CPU. This makes it more modular. Streamlabs OBS also has cloud-based scene saving. So say I was going to go to a friend's house to their computer to go stream on their PC with their setup, I can load up Streamlabs and it will import everything. As long as I'm logged into my account, it will import everything from my setup from the cloud in, so I don't have to reset up everything else, which is really nice. Now, Streamlabs does have this thing known as Prime, and it is worth a certain amount a month, or you can pay annually. I personally don't recommend it. It gives you free access to all apps, some extra overlays, but aside from that, really everything that you need to do, you can do on Slobs, or you can find another way around it. Little throat burp there. I was trying to avoid it, but yeah. Now here's the big thing that people want to know about. What kind of equipment should you get to start live streaming? If you're on a console, really, you don't really need anything. You just need that PlayStation 9, that built-in mic. If you want to get a microphone, the thing I would recommend is the microphone I've actually got right up here. This right here. The Audio-Technica AT2020. That bad boy is about a little over $100. I got a Rode mic arm to go with it. You don't have to get that. You can get a basic mic stand, but it's a very cheap cardioid microphone. You would need to get a mixer to get it, which might cost you some extra money. You could probably find a studio, a USB mic. Blue makes a couple around that same kind of price range. I would warn though, Blue does sometimes, and I've run into this, have some issues with Windows, so be prepared to potentially troubleshoot if you do that. If you don't have any money, just use a built-in mic, plain and simple. You're just, as long as people can hear you, that's a good starting point, and that's what we're talking about now. Now, if we're talking about other kinds of equipment, one of the things that is essential for you to have is a camera. People need to be able to watch you, to see your reaction, to see that somebody's actually playing the games, not just watching the gameplay scene. And so for that, I would recommend a webcam to start. If you have a laptop that has a built-in webcam, feel free to use that if it's cheap. Another thing that you could get, and please ignore the duct tape, this old boy's old. I've had her for about like 6 or 7 years, and the wiring's starting to go, so I needed to show a little duct tape love. This is the Logitech C920. Now, up until I bought this M200 Canon mirrorless camera just recently, I was using this to live stream. It is a very reliable camera, captures in 1080p, 30 frames per second. It's pretty much been the streaming standard for almost as long as I can remember for entry level. There's another Logitech just above it. I believe it's the Bravia. I don't want to know. Let me make sure I'm right. The Brio, that's the name of it. So the Brio is the higher up version of this webcam, but that one's about $150, $200. This Logitech T920, I believe you can get between 50 and 100 now. So if you need a cheap webcam, this is the tried and true industry standard. You really can't go wrong with a Logitech C920. No need to update the camera after that if you're getting started. And then eventually, if you want to graduate, you can look into getting one of those $500 to $600 mirrorless cameras like the Canon M200 that I have right now, or if you're a Sony fan, the Sony A5100. Now, lighting. Lighting is the only other thing that I'll really recommend equipment-wise as far as what to get to start out streaming, because people need to be able to see your face. If you have indoor natural lighting and you don't have a lot of money, the indoor lighting is fine to start. If you really want to get a light, there's a couple things you can do. And what I have right now, these are panel lights. These are Genere, Spectro LED lights that are like 360 essential daylight lights. Do not get these. This is one of my streaming mistakes. These panel lights cost about $200 to $300 each, and I bought them because when I was streaming Up Up Down Down, we had a couple of extras laying around, and that was what we were using there, so I used them here. You do not need to spend this kind of money. I don't regret it as far as a quality standpoint. They're definitely quality lights, but you can definitely get just as good lighting for less money. One of those is the tried and true ring light. If you don't know what those are lights that have that give people that little white circle in their pupils, and when they're really up close to the camera, you can find one of those for about, I think, $100 or less. I think some of the kits might be close to $200. If you really want to save money though, and you're really starting out, I will recommend this one thing. Just get yourself a lamp with a bright LED bulb. Put it in there and just shine that on yourself, and put some plastic wrap on that as well. Actually, here, let me show you guys. I'm gonna move this if you don't mind. There's a lot of wires. You see right back there, right over there in my little corner, as I try to straighten things out here, right back there, that light, one of those will work. Just put a bright LED in there, probably put some plastic wrap over this if the light is too hard. I would recommend that. You might not even need the plastic wrap. Just get a cheap bulb. I'm gonna actually put this back. There we go. Just get a cheap bulb that you can afford, or go find it like Lowe's or Home Depot or somewhere. Maybe even a local grocery shop might have them, and just get something that'll shine on your face. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Again, this is if you're just starting out and you want to know how to get started on Twitch. Now, the next thing, have a busy room. Don't have just a blank white wall. People are not just looking at you when you're streaming. They want to see what's behind you. Your room behind you is an identification of who you are as a person and your personality. So you want to give off a bit of your personality. As you'll look here, I'll show you. Here, I'll get the camera again. Here, but as you can see behind me, I've got championship belts. I've got figures. I've got a Destiny art piece. I've got a Star Wars thing. I've got a box of Bootios. I've got pop vinyls, old comics, all kinds of little knickknacks and posters that show and give people a look and glimpse into my personality and who I am, so that way it gives people something to look at in the background while I'm doing my stream. So make your room busy show off your personality, give people something that'll catch their eye in addition to just your pretty face. Now, so you're all set up, which if you guys want to know how-tos on Streamlabs, Streamelements, all that stuff, let me know. Leave comments down below and maybe I'll make a video about it sometime. But say you're all set up, you're ready to go, you're live streaming, you're going on. Don't forget that you should talk while you're on the stream. Say things out loud. Talk to people during the stream. Just think out loud. Just whatever actions you're doing, spell out, pretty much talk out whatever you are doing in the stream. It could be picking up this ammo. Oh, I don't like this gun. Just something that's providing some sort of extra context into and insight into the thought and the mind of you, the streamer. And all these time people grew up saying that when I talk to myself all the time that it never meant anything. The voices were right, they did. But that's pretty much what you've got to do. When I play a game, any thought that enters my mind, I obviously filter it because I try not to show profanity as much on my stream because that's a branding decision by me. But just say it. Give yourself a quick, maybe internal filter to make sure that what you're saying isn't inappropriate, obviously. And then go ahead and just speak out loud. Say your thoughts. And it doesn't exactly have to be about the game. You could be saying something that's coming into your mind. If you see something happen in the game or you spot something that you think is funny, say it. If you think it's funny, there's a chance that people might also think it's funny. That's the kind of stuff that really brings personality, will make you different from other streamers and make people want to stick around and watch you more. And also don't forget to, while speaking, to engage the chat as well. If people are there in the chat, ask questions. It can be about the game. It can be about life in general. What are these people doing on the weekend? How is their week? What are they planning on doing? It can also have to do with pop culture. For example, this week, I mean, I didn't ask this question. Thankfully, one of my people in chat, one of my loyal followers asked this question, but she was planning on going to see Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey. God, I hope this doesn't date this video, because it was opening weekend. And she asked if I was gonna go see it. That's the kind of things you as a streamer, possibly I as a streamer, should be asking. If I'm gonna go see a movie, or if I'm thinking of not going to see a movie, ask the stream if they're gonna do it. If they're gonna watch a TV show, if there's a sporting event going on, ask if they're gonna do that, if anybody's doing that. If there's any topics up for discussion, if a new trailer hits, ask if anybody's seen that trailer. Get people talking. And if people don't answer, don't feel bad. When you get people who value you as a streamer, who wanna be part of your community, they will eventually answer. And the last bit of advice I wanna let you know on how to start on Twitch is get started on other platforms as well. Twitch has a bit of a discoverability issue. It's really hard to grow, especially if you want to play those high profile games where there are hundreds of people, hundreds of streamers competing with you who have 1 view, 2 views, 5 views, 10, 15, 20 views. It's really hard to surface yourself from the crowd. So try to make content other places. If you have funny clips, if you have community members who will clip it off for you, take those clips, put them out on social media. If you have something that you think is funny, clip it off, put it on your Instagram, put it on your Twitter. If you think you can make funny little skit videos, put that out there on Instagram or Twitter. Just make sure that it fits their video sizes. That's 60 seconds on Instagram and 2 minutes and 20 seconds on Twitter. Or make content on YouTube. And this does not mean put your highlights on YouTube though. Unfortunately, YouTube highlights just do not do well. I am one who has learned that the hard way myself. So try not to do anything that's from your Twitch stream onto YouTube, but try to come up with new and fresh content, whether that's something that you're interested in or something like tier lists or reactions. I just threw out 2 things that I'm hopefully going to be experimenting with soon. Just experiment, try to come up with content, and make sure it's something that you enjoy. Make sure it's getting traction. Don't just put something out that's going to get little to no views on YouTube and then just keep doing it. Find something that's getting views. And if you are finding something that's getting views, but you're not enjoying it anymore, don't be afraid to walk away. The worst thing you can do to stay for your creativity and your enjoyment of the entire digital content and Twitch creation process is to do something you're not enjoying. So make sure it's something you enjoy and that's engaging. Just keep experimenting and don't beat yourself up if it's not working. Just get up, dust yourself off, and keep trying. So that's all the advice I have for how to get started on Twitch. Let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you think I left out. If there's anything that you differ on an opinion on, let me know. I'm willing to have a discussion in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to like. Don't forget to subscribe as well. And be sure to check me out on Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram at L_Murpho. But that's gonna do it for this video, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and until I see you again, peace, deuces, and I'll catch you later. Wanna see something funny? I knocked you down with a Mozambique.
I'm gonna fish you off because you decided to try to save your friend.